Good evening. It's Angie with your evening brew here on KDIV 98.7. So we are supposed to be going live on Facebook. So if you are listening and you're near your computer, then you need to check me out. I'm going live from my personal Facebook page. So if you are a friend of mine, check it out there. And it's public, so you can just type in Angelisa Henry, even though I didn't want to give my government name over the air. But anyway, I wanted to start off this show by saying today we are going to talk a little bit more about me and kind of like how I got started on the radio. And then like I said on last week, I'm going to give a little bit of my own personal tea today. So I want to start off by saying what the goal of my show is. So I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm just trying to have some fun and give y'all some life. Although I'm country, I got a little piece of an education. I am a proud graduate of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, the flagship of the Delta. So shout out to all of my UAPB people and all the other HBCUs. I may talk bad, rough, and a little bit off the wall, but believe I know how to act when it's time to, in church and stuff like that. So as far as the music that I play the music that I like. So if you're looking to hear some little yachty or something like that, you might not enjoy the music that I'm playing, but just stay with me. You're bound to hear something that you'll enjoy. How all of this got started was I had a conversation with one of my friends, Kim, and a lot of people always ask me, like, what do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up, basically? And I was like, I want to do something in entertainment. So he really encouraged me to connect with the chief. And so here we are today. So as promised, I'm going to expose some tea on myself. So here's the moment that you have all been waiting for. The gag and the tea is, I don't got no job. So we will talk about that when we come back from Houston. Let's spend some time with Lil Kiki, some Trey, Fat Pat, and Hawk. You're listening to Angie with your evening brew on KDIV 98.7. It's Angie on KDIV 98.7 with your evening brew. So I left y'all gagging when I went to the song. So I wanted to give y'all a little pick me up with some Houston rap because it always makes me feel good. So like I stated before I left, I ain't got no job. So if you're hiring, I am a competent employee that can type about 200 words per minute. No, I'm just kidding. I can't type really fast though. So back in January, the company that I have been with for 6.5 long years made the business decision to let about 1,000 people go, give or take 100. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was gonna make it. I thought I was gonna be safe. I thought they was gonna, just, put me under their wing and be like, girl, you've been working so hard for us. You good. But that was a lie. I was prepared for the worst, but I expected the best as usual. The grapevine was hot though, because everybody was talking for months, like who was going to get let go, who was going to stay, what kind of restructuring was going to happen, and all of that. But me, I was just kind of like, whatever happens, happens. There's nothing that you can do about it at that point. But again, I thought I was good to go until I got hit with that planner. So if you're in corporate America, what the planner means is they're going to give you your walking papers during that little meeting. It's usually about 15 minutes or whatnot. So they gave me I got the planner, and the next day I got up that morning and got G'd up, okay? Because you're not going to fire me and I be looking bad, okay? You going to fire me, I'm going to look like I'm walking into another job, okay? So they gave me the boot, and that was that. So after that happened, I didn't make a big official announcement or anything because I'm just a private person. I feel like, if you're close to me and you know me, then you already know the tea. But I just wanted to, I know a lot of people that were displaced and, different things like that. So I feel like this would be a good time, to talk about what not to do. Okay. So I got three top things of what not to do when you find out that a friend, loved one, enemy has been, displaced. That's a nice way of saying let go, but you get, paid. Okay. So, and it wasn't performance based because your girl does her job. Okay. And I would play T.I. just doing my job, but I couldn't find it. So maybe that'll be another day. Anywho, the top 3 things not to do. Number 1, do not call me any time of the day because I'm not down to the job. Just because I'm not at work don't mean I want to sit on the phone and kiki with you all day. Don't you still have a job? Okay. Number 2, don't call me before 10 a.m. because I'm not down to the job. So most of the time I'm probably still in the bed or just chilling and relaxing. I'm, again, not trying to kiki before 10 o'clock under no circumstances. All right. And then the third thing, don't ask me every day how the job hunt is going. And I'm just going to be honest. For the first 30 days, I wasn't studying no job, okay? I was living la vida loca, okay? I was living my best life right now. I really was hoping that I could be a rich housewife and just parlay and drink margaritas and sit out by the pool. And then I realized I ain't had no husband and I ain't got no pool. So I guess I'm gonna have to go back to work eventually. But those are a couple things of what not to do. So when we come back, I'm gonna talk about some things that you should do when you find out, you know, some bad news like that. And stay tuned on the stream, okay? Because I'm still gonna be live talking to the chief, because since he want me to be live, he gonna talk to me. But stay tuned, because we're gonna get into some more of this tea. You're listening to Angie on KDIV 98.7. We're gonna get into a little Mr. Pookie. All right, Angie with the Evening Brew. You are listening to KDIV 98.7. It's Angie with the Evening Brew, and it's Angie with her own brew, okay? And for people that are looking on Facebook and YouTube, we live, baby. So make sure you are looking, checking us out on Facebook, and listening on the radio. Because I think on Facebook, we can't play the music. And if you ain't getting the music with the T, you missing out, okay? So make sure that you download the app, KDIV 98.7. It's in the Google Play Store and Apple Store, all right? So back to me being unemployed. I think the worst part of it actually was, and this really wasn't bad, it was actually funny. I was at home visiting my family, and Yasmin, who's my goddaughter, who you'll hear about all the time, she came up to me and she just laid on me and she said, Angie, I admire you. And I was she just really touches me in my feelings. She's the only person. And I was like, do you even know what that word means? And so she told me that it means, you know, when somebody, you know, you want to be like them when you grow up, have a job like them when they grow up. And I was like, let me stop you right there, baby. Because Angie ain't got no job. And she gagged. Because her whole life I've been with the same company. And she just can't wrap her little mind around me not working. She think that means she ain't going to get no more Shopkins or we ain't going to be kicking it. Yes, we still going to be kicking it, girl. Money ain't a thing to a G. But, you know, that's when I was kind of like, ugh. But she still said she admires me even though, you know, I was down to the unemployment line. So let's talk about that experience. Okay, so I ain't never in my life had to, no shade, be on public assistance. So I tried to do the stuff electronically because I was low-key shamed to go down there. And the website locked up on me, so the stuff didn't go through. So they made me come down there. I really wanted to go down there in all black, put on some big glasses, a hoodie, and just, you know, be incognito, okay? So I go down there. Everybody was looking at me, you know, with pity in their eyes and whatnot. So I was like, you know, trying to act like I was down there for somebody else. Anyway, they put me on a little computer. I mean, it wasn't a tedious task. It wasn't hard. So they was gagging because they felt like I was moving too fast. I was like, look, y'all, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I know how to work a computer. So anyway, that was a humbling experience as well because I was down there looking like, why am I here? But we know why I'm here because I ain't got no job. That's the title of today's show. There you go, Chief. I ain't got no job. So we talked about what not to do. So let's talk about what to do when you find out a loved one or a friend or whatever this person is to you has been displaced. All right. So the number one thing is, if you're going to tell them, feel free to use me as a reference. Be a credible reference, okay? Don't be somebody that everybody around town knows that don't work, ain't going to show up. You know, don't have me putting you down and then folks throw my thing in the trash can because they see your name, okay? Second thing, and as much as I hate to say this, make sure your resume is pimp tight. Because, child, you just never know when your next interview opportunity is going to pop up. And I know I hate updating my resume. But as soon as they called me in that little meeting room, baby, I was down to Dropbox trying to get my resume straight. And I have changed it so many times. I'm sick of that resume. So I really wish somebody would just hire me off the strength of just how I look and how I talk. Because I can't stand updating my resume. And finally, if you've been in a job or in a position where you've met people, you've networked, you've gotten to know people, you know, utilize your network. If you feel comfortable reaching out to those people, let them know, hey, I ain't got no job, then do that. You know, I went and pulled out some business cards from a conference that I went to. I may or may not hit them up, but you know, I got it, right? So I can reach out to them if I want to. All right. So speaking of utilizing your network, we had an opportunity to go to a women's expo over the weekend with KDIV, where Yolanda Terry is the owner of All Things Posh. So it was a really good experience. We had a really good time, and we had an opportunity to do some networking and connecting with some people. And while we were there, I had some people that came up to me and let me know that they're listening to the show. So I really want to appreciate you guys and give you a shout out. And if I say your name wrong, charge it to my head, not my heart, child, because I don't be knowing people's real names. I just know your Instagram names and Facebook names. So first, I want to give a shout out to, I think it's Dara from Hair Couture. I want to give you a shout out and thank you for listening. And also want to give a shout out to Cherie, who let me know that she's tuning in every week. So I want to thank y'all for listening and thank y'all for interacting with me. So, and sponsor the show. If you got some coins, okay, give. All right. It's 501c3 tax write-off. It's tax time. So, be ready for next year. When they ask you, do you have any deductions? Be ready to say yes. KDIV 98.7 is my deduction for the year. The voice of diversity. So we're going to get into a little bit more ratchetness. This is some up-to-date ratchetness. But then after that, we're going to play some Webby. So stay tuned to Angie with your evening brew. You're listening to KDIV 98.7. It's Angie with the Evening Brew on KDIV 98.7. So I have given y'all all of my tea and all the gags. So when y'all see me post my GoFundMe link, please feel free to give. Give until your heart is content, okay? All right, so I am taking calls. If you have questions, comments, concerns, call us at 479-235-2070. That's 479-235-2070. So in the meantime, let's get into somebody else's tea because I'm tired of exposing all my tea tonight. Let's get into some celebrity tea. All right, so today, 2 Chainz posted a picture of him and Nicki Minaj canoodling, okay? Now, I'm not saying they was booed up, but she was sitting a little too close to my man, all right? So I hope they are working on a new track together and don't call themselves going together because, no God, all right? She thinks Remy Ma was hard on her. I would have to come out with an entire album dedicated to the dissing of Onika. All right, I'm gonna use her full government name. Also in 2 Chainz news, I was listening to one of the remixes of Good Drink, and they featured the Trap Choir. So my question is, where do I sign up? Like, can I try out for the Trap Choir? I done sung in the Baptist choir, so I know for sure I can sing in the Trap Choir. So if anybody knows where I can sign up for the trap choir or audition or whatever, I'm a strong alto and I can hit the low soprano notes. So I'm versatile. So let me know so I can be singing behind 2 Chainz. Also, do not forget to mark your calendars for 2 Chainz Appreciation Day, April 6th, which is next Thursday. So if you hate 2 Chainz, don't listen that day because I ain't playing nothing but 2 Chainz. I'm talking 2 Chainz songs. I'm talking 2 Chainz features. I'm going back to Titty Boy, okay? I'm taking it way, way back. So make sure that if you are a 2 Chainz fan or if you don't know, you on a fence, you gonna be one after that. April 6th, next Thursday, tune in. It's going down. Phones ringing, okay. Also, Keisha Cole. She is supposedly joining the cast for Love and Hip Hop Season 4. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 4. So my question is, how many shows will you be on before you get in the studio and give us another I Just Want It to Be Over type track? She used to be doing the doggone thing with that first CD, and then I don't know what happened. She got married to Booby. She was on the show with her mama, her sister, and all that they foolishness. And then we just ain't had no good songs from Keisha. So come through, Keisha. If you're gonna be on Love and Hip Hop, don't be like the rest of the cast members. Actually put some music out. Actually give us some hip hop. All right, so thank you, Tuck, for tuning in. Like I said, Tuck is calling from Houston. Now, if Tuck can listen from Houston, I know y'all can listen from Rogers, Bentonville, Springdale, Cave Springs, Gentry. I don't know if do they got service out in Gentry? No shade. Anyway, so let's get back to the tea. So a couple of movies that are coming to Netflix in April that I saw that may be of interest to y'all. For some reason, I missed The Queen of Catway when it came out in the movie theater. So it's going to be on Netflix in April. So I'll be tuning into that. And then the series that had the people all up in arms, Dear White People, will be hitting Netflix in April as well. So y'all check out those movies that are coming to Netflix. So we're going to take another break and we're going to get into some Project Pat. But when we come back, I'm going to tell y'all, I finally watched Burning Sands last night. And I'm going to give y'all my HBCU opinion, okay? So stay tuned to the Evening Brew on KDIV 98.7. It's Angie.